What is going on today, guys? Got a little something new in the shop, personal machine of my own. I picked up, started messing with a little bit. Honda Talon 1000 X4 with the Fox live valve. A couple little upgrades on it so far. Nothing too crazy. Um, not a not a pure race machine. It's something to have some fun with for the family and whatnot. But today, going over a little issue that I found. There's been some posts about it. Guys trying to figure out what the issue is with like a low range engagement. And this is my opinion on it and what I've found. So let me get inside here, see what we're looking at. So the first issue I ran into was the shift gate, the cable adjustment. To where basically when you had it in neutral and you rocked it back and forth, it was catering toward one side or the other. I believe it was on the high side where center was offset. And that cable adjustment's really easy. There's two jam nuts, 19 millimeter, on this shift cable. But I started messing with that, got the adjustment done, and this shift gate I already modified. And the reason why, what I found was when you went into, that's high gear right there. When you did that shift into high gear, you stopped. You can see where I cut this groove out here, same with here. You used to have just a square edge. And what was going on is basically you would hit the engagement, but it would hit the edge of the shift gate before it would actually hit the end of the gear engagement. So to kind of explain that is, if I shift to there, it's not all the way in with pressure into that gear, so it needs more length. So you can kind of see here, get a better angle on it. If I come up on the edge there, you can see that I'm putting light pressure on it, but that adjustment there is like past where the stop is. So it's actually pushing past there before it's going to try and go out of the next gear. Like there, it popped through. So the issue is there's actually not enough travel in that stop gate. Somewhere the leverage is off. So if you adjust it one way or the other, and you come down into reverse, sorry, we're backwards. Reverse is up here, and high is down here. But if you come down into reverse, it's kind of the same thing, where you actually need to travel past where that stop is at to fully engage that gear. So when you do adjust that cable, you're always running into one side or the other is going to have an issue. So you're going to have an issue with reverse, or you're going to have an issue with low. Most of the guys are having the issue with low, that are using it in that application. So now that I have that cable adjusted, you can see where when I'm down and low, there's tension as I'm pushing on this cable before it hits the stop. So I modified this gate. It had a hump here for separation of neutral, reverse, and high gear. I prefer to have it to where I can go in between, just straight up, straight down, instead of having to come over and do that deal. So I believe this is not 100% for sure, but this is a problem. Something I dealt with before in when I had my Typhoon. I bought a shift arm off the transmission that was a high clearance to clear the exhaust, and the ratio was just a little bit off from where it needed to be, and the gates would just never line up quite right. So I believe this is going to fix that issue, give more adjustment, and just a little bit of a modification there. Another 1/8 inch of throw is going to really make sure that it's locked into that gear fully. So I don't know what we'll do for videos as far as anything on this as we go. You know, mainly we're a Raptor 700 shop here, but needed to get something I can do with my wife and kid, and this seemed like a suitable usage. So this machine here, it's got the launch control, the i4-wheel drive. We're going to be learning this system and looking through that that harness and the technical aspects of it, and learn it and start servicing these machines. So all right, that is it for today. Don't freak out on me. I know it's Honda, a little something different, but hopefully this helps the Honda guys. All right, we'll catch you soon.